Episode of our business owner clarity seat. Oh goodness, look, bloopers already. Our webinar series here, where we are helping business owners get clarity, just a little small snippet at a time. So if you're joining us live, please make sure that you are dropping your information, letting the folks know who you are, what your business entails, what your name is, so that we can create community while we're doing this. So today we're talking about taking back your time and getting over the overwhelm and how your time management, which is really not, how your management of your time is affecting your money. That's what we're talking about today. So if that is an issue with you where you're feeling overwhelmed, and you are constantly stressed out, you are saying things like, I was busy all day, but I didn't actually accomplish anything. If you are moving fast and still not seeing results, then this is the place to be today. This is the place because you are not alone. You are doing all the things, getting home, thinking that you have left everything at home. However, the first thing that comes to mind when you sit down for your dinner with your family is, oh, did I send that email? Did I finish payroll? Did I make that phone call? And now you're distracted, and now you are not being as present with your family as you could be. We don't want you to be that. We don't want that to be you. And if it's you right now, it's okay because you are not alone. But let's talk about how we can get through that, how we can become a business owner who has time for themselves, but also build a business that can work with or without them. That is the goal here at Action Coach. So my name is Teresa Strong-Myrick. I am a coach here at Action Coach Tampa Bay. Have been here for the last 4 years, helping business owners throughout this region build a business that can work without them should something crazy happen in their lives and they're pulled away. So it's not always that you want to sell the business, but sometimes you just need the freedom, right? And that's what you went into the business for, the freedom to just be away and not be concerned about if the business is going to fail without you. So let me ask you another question. When was the last time you actually took inventory of how you spend your time in your business? Not just think about it, but actually how you really spend it. Have you done a analysis of your time to say, where's my time really going? Have you sat down to plan your month ahead? Have you sat down to map out what you're going to do on Monday morning? What's going on for the week? Do you sit down at the end of your day and be proactive about what you plan to do for the next day instead of being reactive and just allowing things to happen? If you don't take control of your time will control you. So sometimes, and that explains why sometimes as business owners, we hear that, I'm not running the business is running me, right? But you have a choice. You have a choice in how you organize your day and how you organize your time so that that doesn't feel that way for long, right? We know in the beginning that's kind of how it is. You're just trying to figure it out. But after you get about 2, 3 years in, you should really be taking control of your time. But we know that many business owners don't do this. They wake up every day hoping that they'll get through the list, right? That list that is a mile long. They spend the day reacting to whatever comes at them, the phone calls, the emails, employees, the customers, the problems. And at the end of the day, they're exhausted. You're exhausted, but not much closer to building the business that you wanted to build. That's not a time problem. That's a planning problem. That is a planning problem. And it's also um, a mindset issue, right? In terms of thinking that you don't have control of your time, or I'm running out of time. I don't have time for this. I will challenge you to start to say things differently about your time, even if it's not quite true yet. But start to think of your time as, I have enough time to get through everything I need to get through today. I have enough time to get through the important things of today. Start repeating that mantra instead of, I'm running out of time, because you get to keep what you claim. You get to keep what you claim. So here's something I like for you to consider. Time is the only resource that everyone gets the exact same amount of in a day. No one gets 26 hours. None of us get more because we're more ambitious, we're more hardworking, right? The difference isn't how much time you have, it's how much of your time is spent doing the things that only you can do in your company. One of the greatest advantages you have as a business owner is leverage. You, unlike your employees, you have the opportunity to multiply your time through people, systems, and technology. The question is, are you doing that? Are you doing that? We have this saying around here, sometimes you have to slow down to speed up, and sometimes you do. You have to just slow down, look at what's going on with your business so that you can make an assessment of what's going on and what's not going on and what needs to be done next. If you just keep going, keep continuing to be in motion, you'll miss it. So you have to slow down. Slow down, see what people you can put in place, what systems and what technology. But before that, we need to know what are those things? What are those items for you as the business owners the owner that only you can do, and it brings the best, the most most value to your business. So for right now, I'm just going to ask you a question. I want you to actually take the time to think about this. What are the one or two things you do that create the greatest value of your business? The work that requires your expertise, your relationships, your experience, and your decision making. The work the work that you would have to pay someone premium to replace. Those are the activities that deserve the best hours of your day. Those are your priorities. Sometimes we get bogged down by different things because we haven't set our priorities for the day. Now let's look at the other side of that. What are you doing that someone else could do with very little, or with a little training, right? With a little training. That could be data entry, scheduling, following up, organizing files, posting on social media, ordering supplies, like the list goes on. These tasks are repetitive. These are the ones that you procrastinate on anyway. You're not getting it done, so you may as well let someone else do it, right? And they drain you of your energy because these aren't the things that you love doing. These are not the things. This is not why you went into business to do the back end. So what part of that can you start to give away through either, and remember, you don't have to hire a full-time person. Maybe it's an intern, maybe it's a VA, maybe someone part-time to help you do just a portion of these things, right? That will save you so much time because you spend way too much time on things that would take them fraction of a time to do. So think about that. Um, so some of your things can be automated, some of your things can be handled by AI. Just go through, if you do this exercise and create the list of all the things that you're doing, then you can categorize them and decide what needs to be delegated and what do I have to keep. Every hour you spend low task work is an hour you're not spending growing your business. So think about this. If you had to hire someone to do what you're doing, just think about that. You may be doing a $500 an hour job. Your expertise is worth that. And you spend your time doing $20 an hour work. You are losing, what is that, $480 an hour every time you do something that's a low task. Let's stop doing that. Let's start doing the things that are going to bring you the resource, bring you the um the money, bring you the leads, bring you the business that is going to grow your business. So where do you start? I know. I've said a lot of things and you're like, Teresa, I know this stuff. I've heard it before. I know that, you know that, but the breakthrough comes in the action, in the implementation. So I'm giving you a very easy way. It's simple. It may not be easy for you to sit down and just do this, but it's simple. Is after you create that list of items, then let's prioritize those things that only you can do. Because sometimes we'll put a list together and we have so much that we get overwhelmed. And then we get to the end of the day and we're feeling frustrated, right? So let's categorize them into A, B, C, or D. Go down that list and mark everything that must happen today as an A. The things that can be done tomorrow but must be done tomorrow, by end of day tomorrow, that's a B. C can be done next week. D needs to be delegated. So go through your list. What has to happen today? That's an A. What can be done tomorrow but has to be done tomorrow? That's a B. C next week. D is delegate. Then let's go a little further. Let's go a little further on those A's of things that must be done today. What is A1? What is the thing that cannot linger, must be done the first part of the day? A2, A3, A4. Okay, get those things done. When you get to the next day, your B items have now become A items. So you go back and categorize them again. But the habit you have to create is to do this at the end of each day. That's the habit. The 20 minutes that you'll take to do this will save you so much time the next day, but also give you such a better a place, make you feel better about your day, right? It will cultivate lower stress in what you're doing throughout the day, because now life isn't just happening, but you have some organization in your day. Now, it's not to say that things aren't just going to happen. Of course, things happen all the time when you're in business. However, when you start the day with your mindset and and there are other parameters that you can put in your day to help you organize your day better too. We don't have enough time to go through all those, but this is just the beginning of that. But knowing what is most important can help you focus on that and have a sense of completion once you've gotten those most important things done. I had a client come in, and she came in saying that she was overwhelmed. She was just exhausted. She just didn't feel like she was making any headway in her business. So whenever I hear the word overwhelm, I ask not what's overwhelming you, but I ask, how are you overwhelming yourself? She paused and she said things like, I haven't been planning my days. Because she's been in coaching a while. She knows how this goes. I haven't been planning my days. I keep saying yes. I continue to say yes to things that I shouldn't, right? Continue to say, yes, I'll do that. I'll take on that. And the other thing was, she is doing the work of the people that she has hired. So she has hired people to do certain things, but she continues to jump in and say, oh, I'll do that, because she feels it'll take her less time to get it done. If you continue to do it, you continue to keep it. So it's not saving you time, because you're keeping that job and you're not teaching the people around you how to handle, you're not setting them up for success in being a critical thinker, or looking up the information, or handling it themselves, and empowering them to do that for themselves. Many times they're coming to you because they don't feel that you trust them enough to get it done. So not just delegating, but setting them up for success. And once you know that you've given them everything that they need to get a job done, you've given them the training, you've given them the systems, then allow them to do it. Allow them to do it. Yes, it may take a little longer, but also it might it might go quicker because they have a different way to do it, but they're getting to the same results. So as a result, she was able to feel a lot better about her day. She was able to be less reactive and more proactive. She didn't have that sense of overwhelm. She put in some parameters. She blocked off time of when she was available to certain people in her office. So it wasn't just people walking in and talking to her. It was just a number of things that she has put in place so that her day seems or feels um, more predictable, even though things happen, right? But this is the thing. Once you put it on your calendar, once you start to put everything that needs to be done on your calendar, not just the list, that's the one part I miss. Once you get the list, then the things that need to go on the next day, put it on your calendar with a time block on it to make sure that you're working on those things, that you know that they're there. You don't have to think about it, it's already there. Once you do that, then you know that you can move it around. So if it gets calendar, it gets done. So if you're not able to get to it and it can be shifted to the next day, then you can take it and shift it to the next day, physically and mentally. So I know that was a lot. I know that's a lot of information, but this is the way you start to take control of your time and spend your time on the things that's most important to your business, that's going to move your business to the next step and not get bogged down into all the little things that can be delegated to someone else, to an automation, to a system. So here's what I encourage you to do. Take 15 minutes. 15 minutes to brain dump every single thing you do in your business, all the things. Highlight the activities that only you can do, the things that generate the majority of your revenue, the things that require your expertise. Everything else, ask yourselves the question, can this be delegated? Can this be systematized? Can technology or AI do this? You may actually be surprised at how much of your workload isn't actually yours anymore. So here's the truth. I know that I'm guessing that nothing I've shared today is something you've never heard before. Some portion of it you're like, I've heard this before. And that's okay. Planning, delegating, time blocking, the issue isn't information, it is the implementation, right? You don't have an information problem. You have I need to do this. So that's why we exist as business coaches. Our job is not just to give you information. We actually follow what we call the care model, because in the 30 years that Action Coach has been around, 88 countries that we actually we exist in, and the numerous business modalities that we have, industries that we have worked with, what we have come up with is the care model. Care is community, because entrepreneurs shouldn't be lonely. And we know that many of you complain or just observe how lonely it can be as business owners. And we know that when business owners come together, bring their minds together, and they're working towards solution as opposed to complaining, then we know a lot of things can get done. And you feel heard, you feel seen, and it's a safe place to be, right? Accountability. The A is for accountability, because we all perform better when there is someone to help us stay on track. When we have to report in to somebody, we will do the work. More than likely, if you care about what you're doing, you're going to do the work. Results focused, because activity isn't the goal. Measurable progress is. So we keep you focused on the right things at the right time, and we make sure that you're making some progress. And of course, education, because education is important. If you don't learn something new, you'll continue to do the same thing over and over again. And we're here to build you up as business owners, so that you do build the business that you went into business to build, the one that gives you time to be with your family, the ability to be present with your family, right? To go on vacation and not have to worry about your business surviving, knowing that it's going to strive and thrive without you. So those are the real reasons that we are here. We're here to support you to get there, and your business to support you, not drain you. It absolutely should not. So if this is something where you need more support on, and you've been hearing these and you're saying to yourself, okay, I need to really get involved and see how Action Coach Tampa Bay can help me to build my business, then get on a call with us. You can either go to our website and sign up for a call with us, or you can put in if you're watching this on Facebook, just comment below care, and we will reach out to you. But you don't have to do this alone. We are here. A conversation with us is not going to cost you anything. A conversation is free. So utilize that. Utilize the things that are available to you so that you can get what you need. And we are so abundant thinking. We think so abundantly here that even if we can't help you, we're going to let you know who can in this community, because we've been locked into this community for at least 18 years, 19 now, 19 years. So if we can't help you, we know who can. So do not hesitate to get to schedule a call with us, or just comment care below. Thank you for your time, and Let me know, what did you need to hear today? What did you need to hear? What was your top BFO, your blinding flash of the obvious, the thing that was like an aha moment for you? I would love to know. All right, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.